I didn't know that this was going on. I think there's some kind of liquid down the bottom. It'll be a real dumpster fire.
Breaking news after.
This is like a giant chicken tender. I didn't know that's
Now we got the bad one. This is why they don't want you to do this, because people get killed.
We're saving big money at Menards today. That's embarrassing, Otis.
The world's greatest camshaft.
We got 10,000 subscribers.
Perfect now.
Good morning, friends. It's Thursday morning. We had our first bit of snow here in Ohio, didn't we? Did you play in it a little bit before we got ready for school? Yeah. We've got a few more minutes here before we got to get our coat on for the bus. And I wanted to tell Sammy something exciting because he's a numbers guy and he likes to know numbers. So guess what happened today at 10:10 this morning? We got 10,000 subscribers. No, that's not good. No. No, listen, I know you're excited because so am I. We've all worked very hard for this and that's very exciting. Is there anything that you want to say to your subscribers today? Since we hit 10,000, what do you want to say to them?
I love you and I hope you get the best presents ever from us.
From us? They could win giveaways.
Me!
We want to say thank you, right?
And thank you for everything.
Yeah.
My heart. And you and more subscribers you give me, the more my heart grows.
Oh, wow. I love that.
On you.
That is so sweet. Thank you.
Also my subscribers.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sammy.
Thank you so much, and I love you too. Bye.
It's definitely not much yet, but it's our first snow in Ohio for the year. November 21st today is. Can hardly see you, Sammy, with your camo. We're waiting on the bus. What do you think about the first snow?
Great.
Great. I don't really love the cold very much. Do you love the cold?
Yeah.
You do? Or you just love the snow?
What the snow?
Just Oh. Don't do it. I'm not even wearing a coat. I forgot my coat. Your coat really blends into the snow with it just showing through the grass. That's funny.
Have a good day.
All right, welcome back to Piece.n.grease, where we never left and we never stopped working. It's cold outside. Woke up to a blustery day, snowing. Not too bad where they didn't have to go to school. So that's always a bummer when you're a kid. You still got to go to school. On today's episode, we have small block Chevy installation, killer dowel pin fix, blowed up LS, the world's greatest camshaft, and all that coming to you live today from inside the garage. I hate winter. Let that be known. We broke 10,000 subscribers, and we want to thank each and every one of you that watch, whether you're a subscriber or not. We like you a little more if you are, though. So hit the button. Here we go. All right, didn't leave. Here we go again. Me and my old face. All right. Today what we're going to be doing is putting the small block Chevy in the black 87 Chevy K20 now. See, you can't call it a K30 because it'll never have a K30 frame. It's really a K10, but it's 3/4 ton. There's no difference now. Redneck math tells me that this space right here between that chain and that fender will fit a small block Chevy with the lift. No Bobcat, no track hoe. Just me and my $50 engine hoist and my $50 motor. We're gonna drop that baby down there, get the boats, get the boats. We're gonna get the bolts in the motor mounts, get the motor hanging, put a strap under it because we don't have a clutch yet. And but we can keep going. We can get the motor in, get the front accessories in, get the power steering on, clean up a bunch of wiring. There's plenty to do. A clutch is just a phone call away. I just haven't made the phone call. After I get that motor installed, hung safely, where I can get the engine hoist away, we're going to use the engine hoist to balance the Cummins, and we're going to take some stuff off the Cummins. I want to show you what a killer dowel pin is. You already know. Everyone already knows. But I got to check it anyway, so I might as well show you what it means. There's a little dowel pin in front of that. I'll wait till the camera sits still. Come on, gimbal. There's a little pin inside the front cover of a Cummins motor. That is an alignment tool for assembly of the front cover during production. Well, over time, that little dowel pin will rattle out. You've heard this a million times on YouTube. That little pin will rattle out and fall down into your gears. Get jammed up, it breaks everything. Worst case scenario, it breaks the oil pan, the block, the front cover, your life, your wife. You have to get a divorce because it just ruins everything. The transmission was already slipping. So we're going to pull that loose, bag and tag the bolts, fix it if it hasn't been fixed already. And I'll show you how to fix that for scrap, no money involved. And we'll order a cover gasket and we'll get the cover coming, get the gasket coming. But let's get this motor installed because nobody wants to see anyone talk. They want to see you work. So here we go. All right, I got in a fight with the jack. It quit jacking halfway up, so I put jack oil in it. Jack oil. And it wasn't low. But I bled the air out of it, and it seems to be, it's that high now. So I'm going to go ahead and put the motor mounts on. The only reason I took them off was to put the new freeze plugs in. If you remember, I had to put new freeze plugs in this motor because they were rusty. How long will the motor last? I don't know. If it goes bad, I'll change it. Because you know that's all we do here is wrench. So, here it is. Alright, so this motor mount is pretty neat. It's got a little cage nut on it because the fuel pump's right there. It's about to come loose. It actually is loose. Let's hammer that down a little bit. Perfect now. He's only going one way. They're the same on both sides, but this one's different because it's got the cage nut on one side. I've never really even seen that. We're going to put on new plugs. We got good wires and cap. We don't have a good carburetor. We have plenty of carburetors, so I'm going to have to fix one. That bolt's too long. That'll just cause you problems. We'll give it a complete oil change once we get it in. New filter, new oil, new gauges. I used the gauges that I had on the test frame. Got to find the power steering pump and bracketry. It all should be right here. Typically, I don't like to leave them hanging longer than you have to because, let's be honest, the higher you are, the harder it is when you hit. I still need to do a little paint work. So I'm gonna, you know how it is, paint it as it's going in. I should hook this up to the old Sawzall. It's cold in here. I'm gonna paint these motor mounts a little bit. Don't have to be perfect, but we got her looking good. Might as well keep it looking good. All right, now that I basically rebuilt it, let's get it in. Sorry if it's hazy in here. Jennifer says it's hazy in here, and I don't know how to cure that. I guess get rid of the hazy lights. If you think it's hazy, I'm sorry. Doing the best I can. I want to let you know that this engine hoist is a piece of shit. So if this motor falls, we're all going to say, I told you so. Almost there. Right in there, no problem. It's a slam dunkathon. Almost there. All right, we almost got one side lined up. I need to go down a little bit. It's hard to drop a motor in by yourself and film. There she's about in. You come down a little bit. See what we can do. Not even close. I'll go way over. Gotta lift the other side. Wyatt's in school. Sure would be nice to be helping old Dad. But wait on him, we're gonna get done. Sometimes you'll fight them and sometimes they'll just fall right into place. Well, let me get a different approach. Real life. Can't film something after it's happened. And I turned the camera off because I got aggravated. I went over to the other side and finally slid the bolt up through the hole on the other side. First try. So we're gonna give her a little zit zit. Just I ain't gonna tighten it down. And then hopefully I can pry over and get the other one lined up. The rubbers have sagged. You know the story. Alright, like a true warrior. She went right in. Give her a little pry in here. Give her a chest. There, I think that'll help it. Let's hit the other side. They just ain't fitting good. They will. Now I get you a better seat. Now we can just sit right here and do it. Whoa, baby. That was too much. I'm way smoother with an excavator. I really don't know why it's wanting to fight me so bad. As you can see, I need to get the back side of the motor to lift. I need the motor to do that. That's where single attachment point's kind of a pain in the butt. I need to pry it over, which I've tried 5 times already. It's fighting me. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I can get a bolt nut now. I think the back is way out of whack. We're almost there. All right, that was more of a struggle than usual, but excuse me, still out of breath. I was beating and banging, I was underneath of it and everything else. But we got motor mount bolts in. We got to put a nut and lock washer on this side and tighten the other side down. Put something under the motor to support it till we get the transmission installed. I just like to use a regular ratchet strap under the fat part of the oil pan, around the frame, back to itself. Leave yourself enough room to work with. And that's about it. I'm gonna start getting stuff like oil and a filter, spark plugs, put a new thermostat in it. I never moved the distributor, so it should be ready to go. I'm not gonna change the intake at this time. And just keep doing stuff, keep plugging away, get the radiator hoses on it. We do have a radiator. And I probably will put it in, sorry. We have a real small radiator. It looks like a 6-cylinder radiator that came in this truck. And I probably will put it in for now, but there's no way that's gonna do anything. It's the thinnest radiator I've ever seen. So that's where we're at. We're gonna get it just to put a standard clutch in it. Probably tear it out, learn how to drive it, and we'll just put another one in it till he figures it out. And you've seen it here first. Now I'm going to explain to you why I threw the $400, $500 Brian Tooley cam. And we're going to get on to the killer dowel pin. This is your Sunday afternoon technical by Tim Miller. Thanks for watching so far. Keep up. All right. Motor mounts are in. There's a strap under the oil pan. Quick rig rundown. This truck showed up in June or July. Half ton. Not running, no gas tank, no steering column. It was hardly in it. It would just steer the wheels. No pedals. What else? Really rough, you know, it just looked bad. Put a set $200 373 gears in it, 3/4 ton axles, 14 bolt in the back, 10 bolt in the front. And then we got a running 350 in there. Now that should last. We checked it with oil pressure and it's dry in here or something. But anyways, now we got a small block Chevy 350 3970010, fresh freeze plugs, piles of spare parts because we had 3 engines. We scrapped basically three trucks. So we got plenty of parts, power steering pump to put on, belts, hoses. We're going to paint the grill in front here, put a grill in it, 4 new headlights, new grill sap, headlights, surrounds, bezels. Probably put the chrome trim back around the wheel wells. That's not bad. What do you think? Chrome trim or not? That's a subtle touch. Nice. Cleans it up a little bit. We'll make sure all the lights work. We're getting there. There was no cowl. I put that on. I painted that. So we got to finish that up, bolting that down, get the windshield wipers in it. There's something weird going on with the wiper motor. Probably just put a new one in it. Cheap and easy. That's the plan. America. All right, here we are at the Free Commons. We're going to get this idler pulley off. I couldn't get the one bolt's messed up, so we'll hammer something onto that. Try to get that off of there. Now's our chance. We're not going to use that. That's for a big truck. We'll probably save these bolts though, so we can use them on other things if we need to. And right off. No problem. All right. We're going to be pulling this cover, old California, whatever you want to call it. Timing cover. All the gears are in here and stuff. It's not really timing cover, but we're gonna pull this lower pulley off. So I was looking, I'll probably make pedestals off of this roller cart and get it up in the air. I use the engine hoist now that I got the motor in. I use the engine hoist to hold it up, and I'm gonna take the manifold off. It's an awkward manifold. This has a starter on the passenger side. Most of them have it on the driver's side. So it's set down low to go over the bell housing. We really can't use any of that in a pickup truck. It would be nice to, but I mean, I'm sure people have. I'm just not going to. So we're going to get rid of stuff we don't need. We're going to lighten it up so I can get it up in the air. And I'm going to change the oil pan. We're going to do some other stuff. We're going to time it while we got it up in the air and apart. All right, I'm back after a mild aneurysm. Got a weird shoulder issue going on. Come off of there. Here she comes now. Here she comes. Pain on there too. All right. They all leak. I don't see no oil up here, so most of it come from down here. All right. Behind here is where we're heading, to the dowel pin region. Got my little bag here for my bolts. Got my harmonic, my lower pulley bolts there. These aren't even tight now. Now that come loose. All right. Some of them got long bolts. Some of them got short bolts. Don't miss one. Looks like all of them. All right, let's see why they gooped it before we go all the way in there. What we have here is a complete gasket, but it looks like the cover is cracked right here. That's good news. We need to buy a new cover. It's definitely cracked. Let's see what was going on. So right here, they were gooping it. Look at all this. Look at that. Some kind of cement. Oh, because the inside's cracked too. So this piece is cracked too, which means it's all going to come apart. That's pretty sweet. Now we're hunting for engine parts. Nothing's free. Well, it runs, but right there, it's cracked. Right there, it's cracked. It's already like that. They were trying to fix it. And I'd say what has happened here is we had a little dowel pinnage action. Look, come on in and we'll take a little closer look. All right. Tech tips with Tim. Right here's where the dowel pin goes. There is no dowel pin. The fix is to take this bolt out, which isn't even tight. Look at that. That bolt's not even tight. Woo! So the trick is to take this bolt out and make a little tab, or buy a little tab from Driven Diesel or Diesel, any of those Diesel blah blah blahs that covers the dowel. The dowel has come out and worked its way down into the engine and probably got in here and cracked this. So that's why it leaks. So basically what we're going to end up with is a running engine with a good injection pump. But we got to take all this apart. We'll have to put it in time first, take the gears off, get the injection pump off. We'll have to remove everything, which it's got a big air compressor, and I haven't figured out how to run the air compressor and a conventional power steering pump. So it's all right. It's still a good deal, but now we're finding out why she was leaking and probably what happened, why there's so much oil down here. You could probably get away with tightening everything up and fixing it and running it, but we got it apart. This case comes right off too, but pretty much got to remove the oil pump and everything else, which is all right. It's all lessons to be learned. Let's keep stripping her down, I guess. We got more stuff. How do we get this off there? Let's see how we get that off there. So there's the Allen bolt there. So, you know, an industrial 12 valve is different than a pickup truck 12 valve. All the water necks are different. The way the alternator bolts on is different. So, I mean, probably basically what we're going to end up with here is a good block, good injection pump. This would be fun, though, honestly, to fix it up, learn how to do things, tweak the pump. We'll adjust the valves. We'll put a 3-piece manifold on it. When and where all that happens, I don't know, but, you know, without another motor sitting here to rob parts off of, we'll have to just source some things, figure it out, go from there. Happy wrenching. Nothing is free. That's why they gave it away. You know what I mean? What we was hoping to see was an intact killer dowel pin. What we found was a missing killer dowel pin that killed. There's a murderer on the loose. Now, they may not even realize what had happened, but no one has been inside. They were trying to fix it from the bottom outside, which it probably just leaked oil like a sieve. All is not lost, though. We heard it run. We seen it make fuel. We seen it make smoke. We're going to soak the manifold bolts. We'll get everything soaking, cleaning. This is a new battle is raging inside me. We may even pull the head off this one. O-ring the head, put the head back on, and put as much diesel fuel into a diesel engine as I can humanly deal with. Maybe that's the new plan. So, next up, what happened to the LS motor? Let me reposition. All right, it's Thursday, 2 something, almost 3 o'clock. So far, we got the engine and whites truck. Bolts are in it, straps under it. Now the fun begins, completing the puzzle. Basically, we got the middle done. Let's finish the border. It's nice being caught up on some of this work and being cold out, and there's really no grass to mow or nothing, obviously, and there's no build-off going on. So it's nice to get caught up on this stuff. We found out what was going on. One of the reasons the Cummins was probably parked is it just leaked oil. And he told me that. It leaks oil. You can have it. It leaks oil. He also told me it leaked oil out between the motor and bell housing. I haven't had it run long enough to, but I don't doubt it. So that motor is going to be a total reseal. We're going to go all the way down to the head. We might as well maybe even put head studs in it and new head, maybe O-ring it. We're not sure. Juice the pump up, put some big injectors in it, hang a good turbo on it. We're going to build this for the blue square body. That'll give us time to do the body work. Keep moving forward with getting mounts, taking out the cross members that's in the way. And that leads us to being caught up to this motor right here. Why did I throw the camshaft on the ground? This is a Brian Tooley Stage 4 turbo cam that 4 or 5 years ago I was assembling parts to build my dream car, which was actually that 50 Pontiac. And I'll tell you a quick story. There's nothing wrong with Brian Tooley parts, so I'm not saying that. I'll get to why it's ruined. It was my fault. So I was building a twin turbo LS with no experience. I had an iron block. I took the pistons out, They sat around here so long, they got mixed up, moved around. My plan was to gap them, put them right back in. That didn't happen. I only paid like $200 for that engine. Then I bought this 5.3 off a friend of mine, Kyle House, and L33 05 aluminum block. Those are good motors. Those are high performance. Oh, I don't know what that was. Those are high performance option in 05, aluminum block, thicker cylinder walls, flat top pistons, 310 horsepower, I'm pretty sure. So when I knew he had that up for sale a while back, I jumped on it. My problem was I let it sit around here like everything else. I went through my issues in life and things didn't get worked on. But I bought this cam. Then a little while later, I bought MLS head gaskets. And then when I had more money, I bought LS9 lifters. And then when I had more money, I bought 660 valve springs. You get where I'm going with this. I bought a set of roller lifters off eBay, I'm pretty sure. And this is kind of stupid because I caught one of them. They only go into the lifter trays one way. They have a flat part on the lifter tops. They only go in the lifter trays one way, which should put your roller ball right on the lobe of your cam. Well, during assembly, I had 4 or 6 in the motor, and I found one that was sideways. When you put the flats in the lifter tray, the roller was sideways on the cam. Like, it would have wiped it out in about less than an hour run time. Okay, I'll tell you how I know. I stopped what I was doing, but being a budget-minded dumb son of a bitch myself, I stopped. This is where this whole LS experiment for me went wrong, and it was nothing. It was my own fault. So we had it in the truck, and we had it running. I found one of the lifters was wrong, so I stopped, and I got another lifter. I should have stopped everything and ordered some Brian Tooley lifters, got a new set on the way, and then checked them, and then put them in. I'd have probably been fine. Fired the motor up. We had some issues getting it running, but when it fired up, you couldn't hear nothing. You couldn't hear that. If you knew that was in there, you wouldn't have heard it. It wasn't making no crazy noise like grinding or screeching or nothing. It was thumping. It was sitting there running. We had problems with it tuning and stuff. It was probably missing on that cylinder bad. We had one injector hung open. We had one injector not working. So it was a nightmare. Well, I pulled the motor out, put 4.8 in. The nightmare's getting better, okay? So now that we're caught up on stuff, we're figuring out what happened. What happened, I thought, was it dropped a valve. I thought I blamed it on a 660 valve spring, and I thought that it just broke, and it dropped a valve. The valve hit the piston, cocked it sideways, broke off. That's what I thought we heard. What probably happened was, I don't know. I don't know if the one lifter on the number 7 cylinder completely tearing I threw it away. It completely wore half of the roller off. And I don't know if that just sent chunks through everything and just pissed everything off, or if I had another problem. But I had way too much cam. Now it's junk. So what we're going to do with this motor is, there's visible damage to the top of one piston and maybe another. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to jerk the pistons out of it. They're already marked. They got a little dot facing forward. I put new rings on them. We'll be able to see if I did any good as it comes apart, make sure everything looked good. I'm going to save it. If the block's any good and the crank don't have deep scars in it, I'm going to save it. So that's what we're doing right now. We're caught up. Let's flip it over. And let's see what happens. One of the pistons is marked up pretty good on the edge. This is going to go into the... I don't really know what it's going to go into quite yet. Maybe the burnout car, the 50 Pontiac. We're not there yet. I think it would be fun that way. Need more power. Let's go ahead and loosen up the rods and stuff first. See what size those are. Must be 11 or 12. 11's not a real popular size, to be honest with you. Not in this garage, anyway. Let's take them out in order. Okay, that bearing. So I didn't change these bearings. These are stock bearings. I put them back in. That don't look hurt. Brass punch, in case you're wondering what the hell I'm doing. That crank looks good. We're gonna put all new, we'll put all new bearings in it this next time. So this piston has no sharp edges, no damage. Bearing wasn't spinning. It had oil pressure as it was going down. We're going to reuse as much of this as we can. So they got a little dot on them, forward facing. And your rods only go together one way. They got a weird crack in them. All right, 2 good pistons. We'll get to some damaged ones here in a minute. You see some damage. Another good crank journal. Now we're getting into a little, now that's questionable, okay? That's burnt. That piston there is into the, it's into the ring. So I don't know, this motor's probably junk. I can feel a little damage on that guy. Number 4. That piston's hurt. Snowing. Might have aluminum block for sale. No damage to that piston. Halfway out. Crank still looks good. Another one looking good, everything's spinning. Sorry, looking on eBay for some pistons. Don't think I wasn't. Got some good VR1 racing oil in that baby. Now we got the bad one. It's not as bad as the other one. It's got a nice little divot in it. But all the rings still turned. So this one's in better shape than that other one. Wonder if it beat the top end. It's right on top of the casing for the rod. We'll see. I ain't afraid to put 2 pistons in it and send it. Where this motor's going, it's going to get blowed up anyway. Blowed up. Let's get these other 2 pistons out real quick. Another decent piston. So that had to be the injector that wasn't firing, because that sucker is black. We basically just suffered catastrophic damage to everything. I think the crank is in good shape. Blew mine up before I even did a burnout. All right, got all 8 pistons out. Put everything back together the way it came apart. Easiest way to put something back together is to put it back together like this. If you leave it scattered around, it'll never be any good. You know that. So people scatter them around so they don't have to fix them, I believe. I knew a guy once that was going to change the intake manifold on his wife's Tahoe that she was driving that day. Dumbass right here. He pulled it in. He's notorious dumbass too. He pulled it into his garage, took the intake manifold off of it. You know, it would take a guy like Mike Sutherland like 45 minutes. This guy, he takes it apart, spreads it out. It's a non-vortec engine. Apparently, a while later, while cleaning his garage, he swept up all the bolts and threw them away. And then he got him a Vortec engine and was going to use the bolts for the TBI engine, which they aren't the same. So don't be that guy. Look here. We're back to having a good short block. Let's turn it over. Come on, baby. Let's see what we got. So, I think that it didn't hurt the block any. I don't see any damage up front at first. It had a shaky cylinder in it that had some stuff I couldn't quite get out, which is right there, but it didn't seem to hurt it. There's a groove all the way down that cylinder where it ate some carnage. We started our channel with me washing this motor with a water hose, and people told me I was going to ruin it. And they were partially right. I did ruin it, but the water hose didn't do it. I think what I'm going to do is reassess myself. This is going to sound dumb, but I don't have a lot of money. So most people would just buy new pistons, have machine work done, bore it, and whatever, which I may still, I don't know. But I'm the kind of guy that'll slap a couple pistons in this, bolt some heads down back on it, and raise hell with it, because I don't know, I don't want to spend, you know what I mean. I don't have much else to say about that. We'll put some bearings in it. We'll take the crank out. We'll make sure everything's good. We'll probably just buy some bearings and put. I know your machinists are saying, "Oh, well, don't do that, but damn it, I'm going to do it anyway." So stay tuned. We're catching up. We're getting ready to we'll be able to do new projects before too long. I'm getting caught up with my mechanicing work, figuring out what's going where. Thanks for watching so far. We got more coming. All right, we left, but we came back. So far today, we worked on the 12 valve, found out that we need more parts, need an oil pan, need a front cover, inner and outer, a lot more other stuff. That's just the beginning of that. We got the LS-L33 aluminum block pulled apart. See what was wrong with that. I got wild hair, sorry. So now we're back. Going to work on the small block and White's truck for a little while. We're going to go ahead and put the distributor cap on, maybe hang a header. We got radiator hoses. Power steering pump and stuff is outside in the container. It's snowing like hell out, so we'll probably have to wait till tomorrow to get that. But I was just sitting there doing nothing. So the kids were running wild and playing, and nobody was worried about me. So I figured I'd sneak down here, get another hour in before I eat dinner and relax for the night. So that's how you get it done. You just stay on it. We don't have everything we need, but that's not an excuse to not keep pushing forward. I never took the distributor out. It's always just been in there. I think it's probably moved, but I didn't move it, so it don't feel like it's moved. We'll time it. We'll put a mark on the balancer before we put the power steering pump on. But we're just going to run it. I'm not going to worry about changing the intake. It's just black intake. Nobody's worried about looks. I need to get some new plug wires, but I'm not going to let any of that stop me from moving forward. There we go. Lock her down. Can't see that because the booster's in your way. Easier to get to now. Oh, the bench is trying to slide out. All right. Pissed off all the car dealers on my Facebook page this morning by saying that the people who say God bless, they're the shadiest people you ever met. You got to watch out for them. Here they come. Here they come. The shadiest ones, you know, they can feel when you're talking about them. But I'm not as shady as some of them, because the guy running his mouth promised to sell us a car for a set price and kept delaying, and then got rid of the car. So he's not a man of his word. I do not deal with people who are not men of their word. So if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, to me, you're a liar. And there's not much worse than being a freaking liar. So you'll never catch me in a lie. That's one thing about it. You know, hopefully. I mean, I'm not perfect, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to say something and lie to you and tell you that some other bullcrap happened. So that's why I stay in my garage. All right. So I know I've said it a few times, but we don't really have a clutch and stuff like that, but I'm not going to slow down. Keep working. I can put radiator hoses on it. All right, back when this truck was brought here for me to work on, one of the jobs I did was he brought some money, gave me some money to buy some parts and put a new gas tank in it, new sending unit. This was an 87 fuel injected truck. So now it's a carbureted truck, and I need a haircut. So what I'm getting at is I got brand new fuel line run from the new tank, new sending unit, all the way down and around up to here. And here's the new fuel line. We bought the heavy duty stuff, he said, when he wanted me to do it. So I'm gonna clamp, I'm gonna throw it on there. And then from this line here, I'll redirect that and run a line up to the carburetor with an inline fuel filter. You know what I mean? This is all pretty basic stuff, but there's some of you out there that's never done it before. Then I come along and mess it all up for you. It is kind of hard to get the clamp on, so I'm gonna have to. It's probably best to put that on from the bottom. Get underneath, take it the rest of the way off. There's a clamp. Tell you what, clamps, man. You can never have enough clamps. All right. All right, still digging along, trying to find every little thing we can work on. And one thing I noticed when I swapped these axles is the front hose vent for the differential was missing. And that's not something everybody worries about. But if you're getting some water over that vent tube, it'll suck it into it'll go into your differential. And you won't know it, and you'll keep driving it, and you'll have major problems. So we have some older 3/8 fuel line I took off, and there's no fluids that goes through that. It's just a vent. Goes up to the inside of the firewall right here. There's like a one-way check valve on top of that. And it's got like a piece of rubber line, piece of hard line, goes down to the frame to a piece of soft line or a piece of hard line. Right inside there, shiny sucker. So we're gonna drop this guy on there. It really don't even need no clamps, in my opinion. There's no pressure, there's no fluids, there's no nothing. There's my spit so I can get it on there. Just cram that baby up on there. There's a bracket for it. Okay, here we are underneath. Here's our hose we stuck down, and it's just going to go into this barb right here. And all it does is just gives you a vent tube, keeps debris out of your axle, Keeps water out of there, so we're gonna cut it right where my thumb's at, and then stick it back on there. All right, let's just stick her on there. Boom. Got a vent there, got that factory looking appearance. If anybody looks under there, they see those usually get tore off by sticks. People never put them back on. We'll put one on the rear end too while we're at it.
Otis gets real nervous and has to pee on every tire. See how embarrassing?
God.
If you watch our lives at all,
Pee on it, he walked around.
Yeah, give it a big walk around.
That's why we don't have weld wheels.
Yeah. He's embarrassing. Oh, Chuck's over here. He gets nervous because he knows we're going somewhere. We ain't going out of town, but if we're leaving the house, he's nervous about it. Look at him.
People think YouTube's all glitz and glamour, but it's not. I drive this truck everywhere. Some of you remember it breaking down on the side of the road on us. We fixed it.
I love this truck so much, though.
Check out how we're still running that.
That's still real.
I could probably fix that in a few minutes. Let me show you the process of firing the old girl up. Gotta get your key. I like to give her a little oil pressure before I throw the ether at it.
Oh, God. He thinks he's going.
Oh, shut the door. We'll go jump in there. This is going to make him so excited he'll have to go out and poop.
He's probably pooping right now. There he goes. He's heading to his poop corner. Right there, pooping.
He's the best dog you ever had when it comes to pooping.
He's real predictable.
Give her a little drink, a little coffee. Cosby sauce. Oh! Don't worry about
That's
that.
embarrassing, Otis. Oh, God, he loves to hear it start. He thinks he's going. Whoa.
That's good. That's that power. Get the smoke.
We're saving big money at Menards today. What'd we get?
You cut that guy
Oh,
off?
I didn't see him. What'd we get?
Dang, stovepipe adapter. Blower for the
Wood stove in the barn.
clamp. So the heat goes up, blows out.
Wood stove work today. It's cold.
More off this. I tore that one out, threw stuff away. Here we are.
Where are we at?
Thornton's, Springboro, Ohio. Don Frick said, the first time I met him, that maybe we should do more food reviews.
Yeah, so here we are. Look
So
at that. That actually looks really good.
Those were the best roller dogs visual I've ever seen.
When we walked in, it actually smelled good. So coming from me, you guys should know. Oh, yeah. What is it? Is it good?
Beer jar.
Are you giving it a 10? 69 out of 10?
Giving this a 180 out of 10.
Whoa. I got some kind of spicy chicken fajita something, and I don't even know what the other thing is, but I'm giving them a go.
The only thing I could make this better was some sauerkraut and spicy mustard.
There was sauerkraut on there.
I didn't see it.
I did.
I don't know if I could trust gas station sauerkraut.
This is like a giant chicken tender. I didn't know that's what
So's mine.
So, like, I wasn't expecting it to be a giant chicken tender. It doesn't taste bad, just like I thought it was going to be.
Let me see it.
Take a bite.
That's a thick chicken steak.
Like, I thought it was going to be.
What did he look like?
I thought it was going to be, like, cheese-filled or something.
What'd that guy look like?
So I'm glad I got some dipping sauce. Let's see what this other thing's about. I'm kind of scared now. I think I accidentally grabbed a pizza roll. God dang it.
She's 0 for 2. Nuh-uh.
Frickin' frick.
Listen,
Frickin' frick, Don.
not very many people would complain about a pizza roll or a chicken stick. What's your problem?
If you know me at all, you know that these are not two things I would ever pick out.
This is why America's in the shape they're in.
Yeah.
The health of America is because everybody's in a hurry and they go into gas stations and they get tricked by bio-engineered food.
I don't even know what I'm eating right now.
Did yours come off that boat the filet of fish comes off of?
That fucking chicken stick did.
Heavy hauls. 3 axles on the truck, 4 on the trailer. That's heavy duty, ain't it?
Taking a little Saturday trip to the flea market.
Most of you have probably drove right past this place
Yeah.
1,000 times on I-75. This is called Trader's World. It's kind of one of the throwbacks to an old style
We've both
flea
been
market.
coming here our whole lives.
I haven't been here in a while.
Me neither.
So, beside the point, it's a really neat museum of artifacts.
Yeah.
When you walk through, everywhere you look is an antique shovel, an antique piece of farm equipment.
We actually have a lot of flea markets around here, but this is the most interesting one, I'd have to say. So
We should try to count how many taxidermied heads we see. That might be impossible, but
we'll try to catch some cool stuff in here for you guys.
People watching is phenomenal here.
Yeah, the people watching here is good. So here we go.
Everybody's like, look at this black girl film. What's the big deal?
I'm gonna pretend like I've never been here before.
How you doing?
She didn't even quit chewing her peanuts.
Is that March shot?
It was March shot. Nobody throw out their cigarette. There'll be a real dumpster fire.
Breaking news after these messages. We froze up, man. We missed a perfect
We should have filmed it.
We pulled up to a red light, and this guy must have been 65 or 70 years old, and he started picking his nose.
It's like deep knuckle.
Yeah, I don't want to do it because there's somebody walking up, but he started picking his nose, and he ate it. And we were shell-shocked. And I almost told her to grab the camera, and she didn't. And we were both sitting there with our jaw dropped. I'm telling you, this is someone's grandpa. OSU on his shirt. Makes me ashamed to like football. He dug into the other one, looked at it, and ate it.
Like, used his tooth to dig it from out from under his fingernail. Hold on, look what I just seen over here. Look at that little thing. That's sweet. You never know what you're going to find at the flea market. We're here to tell you today. This thing's cool. Smaller than it appears.
Have 4 or 5 of these sitting around.
Look at them little tiny tires, man. That's cool.
Every one of us at the campground, Dad.
That'd be so fun.
Tim Miller, senior. These are only like $6,000.
Right
Look.
side.
Heater.
Right side drive.
Yeah,
That's
speed
cool.
bump.
I love it. That is neat. All right, we're gonna go in here and see what we find.
Looking at boggers.
Bogger's coming. I usually always love being on the outside, but it's chilly today.
I'll tell Brian to jump in the truck and let us finally see this as sin, bro. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been phone saying I just can't make it.
Elvis outfit. Dang Elvis truck. Got the
No
cab lights on
way.
backwards.
No way.
Yeah. Elvis. That's probably his real stuff.
Are you serious?
Look at that.
You think this is really his stuff?
Look at the frame for the outfit.
I love that frame.
That's wild.
This is awesome. I didn't know we were going to see all this.
Jumpsuit used for record album.
Look, that one is leftovers from his Hilton Las Vegas dressing room.
People were stealing his used shampoo and selling.
That's wild. This is wild. Oh wow. Hold on. I didn't know about all this, you guys. I'm coming. I didn't know that this was going on. I had no idea we were going to get to see this today. No way. Who owns all of this? Why is all this here?
They're collectors,
Shoes,
man.
I know, autographed by Elvis.
They do.
And his microphone.
Wow. You think right around in that car?
This is crazy.
Look at the back of the, get the back seat of the car. It's full of stuff. It's full of
paintings.
Who
owns all this? Like, why is this all here? This is crazy.
Just sitting back there.
Wow.
Look, there's dude. Look at that. Got that random Amish wagon in there with all Elvis and stuff.
This is crazy.
What was he, 5'5"? Elvis didn't fit in that. Look.
Dude, I don't
Look,
know.
that ain't adding up. That ain't Elvis.
This is Michael Jackson.
They got his dad's jacket.
Cher and Michael Jackson over here, babe.
Huh?
They got Cher's outfit and
Real.
Michael Jackson.
Look at Howdy Doody in there. Look at this creep.
Who is that? I can't see who that is. That stupid Taylor Swift,
That's-
maybe.
Look at this Howdy Doody creepy looking sumbitch in there.
Yeah, that is creepy. I didn't know we were going to go on a museum tour today.
We can get this running in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we could. That is wild.
We put a little gas in that, clean the points, get a 6-volt battery. We drive that out of here.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy up here. What's he getting ready to do?
It gets wild through there, man.
Mm-hmm. Real smelly.
See those people sitting there watching other people.
Yeah.
They were smiling ear to ear.
Yeah.
Hey, John, do you want to go home?
Look at this building, how they've got it painted. That looks neat. I love how they've got this painted. Look at those old glasses, how thick they are. Oh my gosh.
We get the AC truck and they hand it out to you after a year of good driving. That was a cool ashtray. Remember the pool table?
Oh, yeah. I used to love buying old ashtrays. I probably still would. Well, all I bought was some pecans. Tim bought a bunch of Hot Wheels, so 2. We really didn't come out of there with a lot, but we came out of there with a couple treats.
Hold on, let me show you what else I got.
And,
Sweet old thing.
oh yeah, that's awesome. And we did some great people watching, so on with our
We
Saturday.
watched them, they watched us. We got the 64th Battalion. It's just a neat place to go on a cold day. I don't come here in the summer. I got better things to do.
Yeah?
It's a lot of toys and Legos and hops, whatever them things are. People that probably don't have nothing to do come here and enjoy themselves.
We're gonna hotwire our old K30 here.
The only ones that are driving something like this.
Get back to the house. Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon.
It's cold, cold, cold. We're in the shop and we're trying to remedy our loud, smelly heat solution.
Yeah, $4 a gallon. 5 gallon only lasts a day or two. We had a stove in here, had a barrel stove. A lot of people give you advice. You're going to be hard pressed to find someone's burnt more firewood than me. This is probably the 10th stove I made. This is the quickest way to have a stove in your garage. The last one we had a blower on it and stuff. We got this thing, heat reclaimer. So that'll go. We don't have that. We're going to make our own stove. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We have a barrel stove kit. Now they call it a camp stove kit because they can't tell you to put this in your house. And I wouldn't tell you to put this in your house either because they get really hot and they're thin. So these are good for certain applications, the garage being one of them. It's basically three things: legs, door, top piece. There's no science to it. I ain't measuring nothing. We're just getting it done, right?
That's right. We're going to get it toasty in
I
here.
already drilled the holes. We'll fire up the old plasma cutter. Let me make me a starter. Whoa. The fun part is they might have had gasoline in this.
Oh, nice.
Or nuclear waste. It could be a body in it.
Somebody's poo-poo?
So it could blow up and burn all my hair off.
Oh, wow.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Be real dangerous. Whoa. What is that? Is it a penitential? Uh-huh. You know what that is?
Tell us.
Scratch the hole. That one was wrapped around that one. Should have sunglasses or at least minimum safety glasses.
There's safety glasses under that orange rag right there.
We'll cut it a little wide so you don't cut your arm off when you reach in there. Grab a glove.
Thanks.
What's it stink like?
I don't know.
There's kind of a shiny seam on the barrel right there.
Yeah.
It didn't blow up in her face. In fact, Billy Hodgkinson. This thing won't stay shut unless you fucking lock it.
I think there's some kind of liquid down in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yuck.
We'll have to, what the real fuck is going on here? It don't, there's no way to, I don't like it. It don't, well, it is there. It don't stay shut unless you lock it. Well, you know, it would have been easier to grab it.
Yeah, well.
Now it's down in the goo.
Mm-hmm.
The arm ain't that long. Lights. Burns me. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it obviously isn't flammable.
Might just be old stinky water.
Piss water.
Don't seem like there's a color to it.
We'll worry about that later. Wait, I thought we'd worry about that. She's smoking.
I know.
You think it was wanting the light?
I don't know.
Burn my teeth off? I'll tell you what. I don't mean this to be mean, but there's things you see when you're little. We were on vacation in Florida. We went into a convenience store when I was a kid. And I turned the corner and there was this person. And they had been burnt. Like their whole body. Like, it traumatized me. And I had never seen that before. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a worse way to have to experience anything like that. Getting burned up. My
That
dad
is
got burned up
horrible.
real bad. My
Yeah.
grandma.
Yeah.
Junior Davis's dad was in there with him when they got burned up. Pretty simple job so far, huh?
So far, seems pretty basic.
What would have been easier? The job derailed when I dropped that metal down in there.
Yeah.
I was really wanting to get a hold of that.
That's
like me when I get a drain pan out from underneath, and then I just dump it all.
I felt like there was really no way that you could have dropped it, but you did though. Somehow.
One time I went and bought a brand new drain pan. That one, okay? That one.
Yeah.
Everything changed when Obama was president. And I'm not being political, but they changed the gas cans. Couldn't burn outside.
Yeah, I do hate those safety gas can
They try to do
things.
away with wood stoves in your house and stuff. So, all right, that's pretty simple so far, don't you think?
Yeah, pretty basic.
Basic. Okay, probably the only thing that might be tricky is lining up the legs. I usually make my own legs out of angle iron, so you don't have to bend over. Let's see. How are we going to find that it's straight up and down? You know what I mean? Got any ideas on that?
Yeah, just find the center of this.
How?
Right here, the center of your square.
How?
Measure it.
Yeah, but then what? Eyeball it. I usually don't even bolt them on, so then they wobble. So since you're filming me, I'm trying to be better. Okay, well, I got to put these somewhere. What is it? Should we try to light? It's gonna.
I would.
When we have a fire in it, what's it gonna do?
I don't know. That's what's scary.
I don't know where I got it.
Did it feel oily?
Yeah,
Is it like old cooking oil?
maybe.
It looks oily, like it's shiny.
Yeah, we'll have to have the doors open and have a little fire in it and stuff. Cook it off. Let's just eyeball this.
Yeah.
But it needs to be the same. That's the problem. To me, that looked perfect.
Yeah.
You may ask yourself, why in the hell are you making a wood stove? Nobody uses wood heat anymore. We get unlimited wood from this campground, trees we have to cut down. And, fun facts you should know, I sell firewood. So, we can afford to...
Wood is affordable for us.
Yeah. We can get a lot of wood for $100.
I'm excited to just be warm this winter.
Well, really, it's like come down and get it started.
I know it's a pain, but like, it's better than that stupid torpedo heater, and I want to be warm. I don't want to freeze down here.
We'll use that to get it up to temp. And
Like
use
right
this
now, it's tolerable, but not comfortable. So, and it's just still early where it's going to get so much colder. Terry said that it's 12 degrees or negative 12 degrees already. dangerous snowfall coming? Get out of here. I
Where?
can't. In Canada.
Yeah, they got all
In
that.
Alberta. Where he's at.
Yeah, they got all that. Avalanches.
That's insane.
Real life death.
You know what?
situations.
An avalanche was one of those fears for me as a kid. Was it one of yours? You know, like the quicksand fears? Did you fear avalanches?
I mean, that's a territorial thing.
I know, but like
It
I
feels
didn't
you
think
could get into the
so.
quicksand anywhere.
Oh, no. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
An accidental quicksanding.
Where is there quicksand?
I mean, like Andy Griffith got in quicksand.
Hey, he was probably
Saving boys.
on the same island as the Gilligans.
Gilligan got in quicksand. Blazing Saddles, they get in quicksand.
Yeah, well,
Avalanche is really.
I was afraid of them. I've never been anywhere I could possibly be in an avalanche, so I don't know why, but I was.
We got to switch tools. We need 10 millimeters. There he is. It's when we started YouTubing, didn't really realize how much stuff I worked. That's all it is a life of working on stuff around here, ain't it?
It really is.
Like some people get cold, I don't know what they do. I built a freaking. I survived. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that Dirty Ricky had a whole yard full of firewood. His family would sit in the house and freeze to death.
Wow.
Don't be a Ricky. Alright, we're almost there. Problem with the back pockets, they're hard to get to. We'll have to mark that.
I'm telling you what, it's
That's all they do.
wild out there.
That's a real fear. I just had one. Avalanche. I don't really get the joy of shooting like that, to be honest with you.
Apparently a lot of people do though.
Hmm?
A lot of people do.
Well, I grew up shooting a target that would come out of the machine. Pull!
Yeah.
What are you looking at? Traffic?
Yeah. It seemed like a big flow all of a sudden.
Half of 23 is 11 and a half. Right there. Oh. China! You think anybody from China watches this?
I don't know.
No. Doubt it. We're flying now, ain't we?
Yeah, it's really going quick.
Oh, plastic's don't smell good. Let's see. I'm right-handed, so I want this that way. Well, really, I need to reach through to cut the hole. Let me draw all the holes, and then I gotta cut the circle out. Look at that. Fuck. Ha! You didn't know I could do that, did you?
Oh no.
Just call me Compass.
That was the do-si-do.
It's all in the footwork. Okay, now that we got her ventilated, it'll probably blow up in my face. Torch all my hair off
Oh
online.
my god.
Stay tuned. Look, something got me. Look at it. It's got me like a little snake. A little burr snake.
Ew.
Wonder that didn't hurt. Always wear your glasses. They're on top of the unit. Oh yeah. Elvis. We see a lot of Elvis today. Should have bought that record. It was flammable. You think today would be a time to party?
Yeah.
Nothing better. I ain't dropping this one. Well. Where'd I have that glove at?
Right there on the bench.
Think I'll drop this one?
I believe so.
You don't think I can catch that?
I love you and I want to tell you I believe that you will have it, but I saw what happened last time and it seemed real.
I had it, didn't I? Oh, I can still drop it.
Phew.
Got it. Got that one too. You was wondering how I was going to get that one.
I knew.
But now I got it. Test it for flammability. As I hate to say,
What?
right now would be the time to get them. I was almost not going to do the rear legs.
Yeah, you have to. Right now would be a good time for what?
Reach in, tighten the bolts.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, frick. That one hole should line me up the other ones. I'm gonna measure the other three with my common sense.
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, sometimes when I'm down here working, I don't know why, but I get nostalgic thoughts.
Yeah.
And we was talking about what was for dinner before we come down here.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, my Saturday night would have consisted of Red Lobster.
Oh, yeah, mine was Friday nights. That's why we always missed each
It
other.
would have been one or the other. It was either Applebee's or Red Lobster. That's what I grew up on. Saturday nights.
Yeah.
My dad would come home and pass
You
me
want
out.
you wanting to go to Red Lobster?
Let me tell you something here in a minute about Red Lobster. Do I want to go to Red Lobster? Hell yes. The problem is, it's not what you remember.
I know. I could go for that. The crab Alfredo, man. That's
Them-
where it
them-
was at.
Them rolls.
We might go to Red Lobster now.
Here's the problem with me going out to eat my whole life. I can only buy, I mean, it's not like I'm loaded.
Right.
So I just buy what I know would feed me the best.
Yeah.
When there might be something else I might like also.
Yeah.
That's why I like old Coffee Walk. Yeah.
Yeah, he tries. Yeah, I like what he does when he tries a little bit of everything. I'll hold it and you just go to the other side and reach through.
Yeah. I was going to ask my assistant to hold it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get all oily.
Well,
everything's oily. You're going to have to use, I can't, the bolts will turn.
oh, I gotta use my finger to hold it still.
Which one are you on?
Which one? I'm on the very outside on your left.
Oh, I'm in the oil. I can't find you.
There you go.
I can't find you. Oh, which one's this?
That's the second one. So you need to go to your left a little more.
Gotcha. We'll have to. How did I get it? Ow! Ow! Big owls. I'd go out to eat every night. It's just expensive as hell. It's a $100 bill.
I know.
My third trip to the world's greatest Mexican restaurant. Now it's just back to a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
To me. It's all right.
It's not
Where you
that.
at?
I'm on the. Well,
Inside.
either one. I got them.
You got two finger?
Yeah.
Ooh.
There it is.
Whoa.
Either one.
Listen, it's weird you did that. I got both nuts in one hand.
We're stupid.
You didn't know I could get both nuts in one hand.
I did actually.
That's a handful.
Oh gosh.
Getting the tight's gonna be another thing all in itself.
That one's
Maybe that's as tight as those get. Oh! We're not going to be able to show the most important part where I cuss and get aggravated. Look, I'm just using the law of friction to tighten these up. Watch, it'll work. Pull down on it. Not working.
not working on that one.
It worked on that other one. Come on, baby, grab onto yourself.
Just reach in there and I'll turn it. Silly.
I was trying to get it. Which one you on?
Inside.
Go. Turner. Ted Turner. Tight's good.
Okay.
Go ahead. Since we're being perfect, we didn't get the inside one over here good.
Okay.
I was just leaving it.
Well, we're here.
China, do they even know what they're building when they make something like this? Do they have wood stoves like this?
Sure they do.
They're probably gold mining with something like this. They do some crazy stuff, don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah. I never understand the technology they had. They built this. Humans are real smart. Okay. Only thing left to do is all of this. Gotta get skinny.
It's warmer already.
I'm not cold because I've been working on that. Warms you up multiple times.
Yep. We've had a tragic week here in the shop with oil spillage. I think we've determined this is vegetable oil. That's our best guess.
I swim in everything I get near, man. It's crazy. So we got the components of the stove assembled. We are in an oil leak.
Yeah? Exxon?
It's always something. Here's our stove. Let's get some rags. Yeah. Here's what the problem is. The more I clean in here, the bigger mess I make. It's real frick. It's real frick, Randy. Philadelphia Collins. That stuff's mandatory around me.
No kidding.
All right. Next step. This is where they get kind of tricky. This is where it gets a little tricky because that pipe needs to push way up. You can see the caulk line where it is all the way up to the boot.
Oh, yeah.
The boot's sunk down in there and it's been leaking water in here. So this goes up on that. We'll have to get some ladders and turns. And then it slides down in this.
Okay.
The problem is having all that just right. Having this, because these aren't round. Trying to have all that just right so it all slides into place can be tricky. So this is obviously not going to go in this piece, but you get what I'm saying?
I do.
It can be touchy. So, and then you use this thing here, it'll kind of slide. You don't have much room.
I know, yeah.
So what we'll do is we're going to put that one here now.
Yeah,
And then we'll
but
have to measure how much we need. And then we'll use this. What I'll end up doing when we get it in place, because if I do it now, they'll rip. I don't like the way this goes in here, but it's just a garage. I wouldn't do this in the house. I like for this to go over. But I'll drill little holes in here and use screws, and then I'll get some of the stuff. But if I do that now and this moves, it'll rip holes in it.
yeah.
So this is open, but I just think, I don't know. We'll see. When I was doing electric work, I would buy stuff all the time. And one time I went and bought this panel, and it was the only one they had. I drove back all the way down to Cincinnati, and I had the customer's panel. The panel I bought was open. I drove all the way to their house and had their panel all tore apart. And I go to get the new panel out of the box. Someone had bought the panel, taken it home, taken the main breaker out of it, and packaged it all back and returned it.
Oh,
Like nothing
man.
was wrong.
Oh, man.
And then I had to go in there, and I felt like a dumbass, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of shady.
Yeah.
You know? But I had to put hair back in. I wasn't shady looking. Okay. So this goes. This is, fucker got me. Fuck you.
Beep, 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 beep.
You're getting there. You didn't beep yours. Did you?
I know. I don't even care. Take it or leave it. That's how we talk.
Well, now we just gotta move everything.
That's all. We're getting there.
Get into the part. Whoa! Alright, let's get into the harder part. How much of that? I would say about that much was sticking out before, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Don't that look like something?
Mm-hmm.
So, this is going to be scientific. So, 2 foot of that's going away. You would agree?
Yes.
2 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So we need total measurement from the roof to the 7 foot. And that's using all of that. That would be 6 foot. We'll have to cut a little bit off of this.
You have this piece too, don't forget.
We won't make that yet. Okay, so here they want you to go over. So we need to cut that off. Now I can flip it around. I don't like having these that way. It'll make sense here in a minute. Yep.
I don't know that they do want you to go over.
Same damn size.
Yeah, I don't think they want you to go over.
It didn't look like it fit there. So they'll get even close to fit it down in there. That's the problem. See what I mean?
Maybe they want you to have a connector right there.
I mean, that should all sink in. Yeah, this one. I need a crimper tool. Once you start messing with it, it gets real out of shape. It's real out of shape now. Problem is, once I get in there, I probably don't take it out and do it again. Once I see how much I need to cut. Why is that so weird? Like,
Here.
just have to fucking force it in. Let me just figure out how much I need, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. 7 foot from there, from this up, to the flat of the roof, 7 foot. Yeah. 7 foot. 1 foot of that needs to stick down. So 6 foot total length. It's perfect. I don't need to cut it. What will need to happen is get this on there, then I'll get on the ladder and I'll take that up there and I'll push it up, turn it in, and then you'll slide that over, and then we'll just have to fight it. But this goes in here pretty easy. So there ain't a whole lot of fight there. I had it in March. That's what the part's gonna suck. Maybe we just leave it.
Yeah, I was wondering why not just put it on there first.
Because to lock these in, it's hard to do. I wonder if we work backwards, if we can put it in now and raise it up and then slide this over and then set it down. You think?
Yeah.
Let's get the ladder just in case we need it. But I don't know if we need it. Probably pull the ladder out of your way. Let me see if I can raise this up. Good.
That was a good save. Yeah, I was going right for the tripod.
It's not really wanting to go in that good back here.
What do you mean?
Wood at the door. I got deja vu. You ever got deja vu?
Yes.
Ain't made the beat on it, I can tell you that. But I don't know how to. It's starting to get up in there a little better. It's closing the gap. They're not the same, but it's closing the gap. We might have had this problem before. If I get them to butt up, it should be all right. It's really going to be hard to get that into that. But I'll try to push up on it, and we'll just overlap them, and then I'll work it in. If that's even, you think that's even a...
I don't know.
We'll use the weight of the world. It's like a real ladder, but there's no room for a ladder. And now it's just going to fit without me going up to it. Slippery, man!
You got
You can hold the bottom.
vegetable oil on your hands or something.
Oh, baby. Need some gloves.
Yeah.
It's on the floor. Lefts are hard to find, but rights are always brand new. I don't ever use them. Somebody asked me what kind of gloves I used. I was like, hell, whatever I got. Whatever I ended up with when Scott disappeared.
Oh my god.
That was nice. I got a lot of stuff from him. That's the only benefit of that relationship. Heavy. Okay, push it. Come on. Come on. Alright, let's do it for a minute. We'll use the force of nature.
Remember, you didn't put that one.
We gotta tune it all up.
I know, I'm just saying.
This is why the government, I'll be honest with you, this is why they don't want you to do this, because people get killed doing this the wrong way. We've had a stove here before. We got a metal backstop, concrete floor, triple wall through the roof, real flange, real cap up there, and a big old boot.
Yeah.
So, first few fires, until you get comfortable in any situation, you should be cautious.
Definitely.
I need a drink. Mountain Dew. Hey. Way closer than we was.
Yeah. I got real far.
Boy, back here. Done with that. We want as much insertion as possible. You know what they call that? Balls deep. I like to give her a few taps just to let it settle. It's got the whole weight pushed down. That's helping. Now we eyeball it. Did you ever see, this is going way back, strip tease with Demi Moore?
Yeah.
That was a big deal to a teenage me. But what I'm talking about was a part where Burt Reynolds was all oiled up and he come out in his boots. That's what the front of the stove looks like. Burt Reynolds and strip tease. Look at it.
Oh my
It's
god.
all oiled up. Should we start a fire in it?
I mean, we should. Yeah, we should just give it a little try.
Huh. You think?
I mean, just, I don't know, a little tiny one.
Well, we'll burn the oil out of it. All right. You know me, it's not all the way done, but you might as well have some fun. What's the worst that could happen? It's like driving with no brakes. I do it. I christened the...
I'm so excited.
You are?
Yeah, to have heat. I can just quietly hover in the corner.
Get our own basket of wood. We'll go with this small little stick fire.
Yeah,
Burn the contaminants out.
right.
See how it does.
There it goes.
Fully ignites and burns my face off.
Oh
like
my
the guy I was
god,
talking about
quit
earlier.
saying that.
It wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for your long hair. Now we just have to deal with the smell and the mess and the dust and the...
Fine. I'd way rather deal with all that than not have heat or have to deal with that torpedo heater again for a whole nother winter.
We gotta get a cord run over for the plug. Hopefully something didn't build a nest in the...
Up top,
Yeah,
stuff it up.
we'll be making chili in here on top of it. before too
Yeah,
long.
yeah, we won't even have to go to the house for dinner.
Well,
I'm excited. Good job, babe.
set a goal, complete the task.
We were only down here an hour and a half.
Total?
Yeah,
Now, if you didn't have a chimney, that would
right,
take you a day and a half.
right.
To get up there and cut your hole, put your boot down.
Right.
Get up there and not fall off.
We were just
I went through this misery before.
we were just replacing the one that was no longer good for us, no longer served us. I feel like the other one was taller. Why do I feel like this one's so low to the ground? Did I have taller legs or
Your
something?
mom's is taller. I built custom legs for your mom, but the other one wasn't. Because it had that thing. But that other one was cool because they had cut the whole top out and had channel steel,
Yeah.
like double barrel blower that was on the leg. And it was flat, so you could actually put stuff on it. But I have to make a little flat piece of steel and tack weld it on there so it don't fall off. And
Yeah.
always at least have a pot of water on it or something.
That'd be fun. We can make some little coffee down here in a little old time pot. That'd be fun.
Maybe just sleep in Dick Banjo in here.
Yeah. Why? Just for old time's sake.
Try to get all the homeless people to watch us on YouTube. On their cell phones.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone has a cell phone.
It's true.
It's not going to burn. Whatever's in there don't want to burn. Gotta get real hot. Guess I don't have to pump that tank. You always want that straight up and down while you're getting it going, until you got it going. That spring thing needs flipped up around. But don't ever put it flat.
Because that closes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Well, the only thing left to do is, I mean, I didn't like the way that fit up there, but it fit. I think it fit bad the first time and I had to beat it in. And that's probably why I got rid of that piece, because I had damaged it. She's going now. Old wood stove.
You should be proud of yourself. Now we have heat.
I could come up here and put a basket right outside the concrete right there and just walk out and get it.
That will be perfect.
Now we gotta start saving boxes, saving paper,
That's
because
true.
cardboard's real hard to get to burn.
That's true.
So all the Amazon stuff, this will be handy because Amazon sends 3 boxes per
Package.
package.
It's true.
You'll open an Amazon box up and then there'll be a Jegs box inside of it.
With a container inside that.
Yeah, sometimes. Well,
Yeah, that's it. We got heat. I guess we should, this is going to wrap it up for us. So let's,
is this gonna wrap up our whole video?
I guess. I got to edit tonight.
Do we gotta do it ending?
Yeah.
Yeah!
All right, that's wrapping up our Sunday video.
Another fun-filled episode of everything.
We have heat in the barn. I'm so excited.
I hope you like us, because you're basically living our lives through us each week on these videos.
We literally film for the days that our video is not coming out. A lot of times we film the day our video is coming out. So you guys are really living in real life time with us, basically.
So and we're doing longer videos. So we're doing about 3 hours a week of content, which is basically after you edit it, it's a look into our life and what we do here and stuff. So
A little of this and a little of that. So we always keep moving. We always try to stay positive. We always have different things going on. So this was part of what we had going on. Now we have heat. That's unnecessary. I'm
look at it,
excited.
look at it. It's getting ready. We're not going to be in here long because it's getting ready to get
Real
stanky. Whenever I do this for my house or something, I do it outside. One time my mom went by and I had a brand new barrel stove out in my yard and it was snowing and I had one piece of pipe on it and she's like, "What was you cooking in the yard?" I was like, "My wood stove. I was getting it primed to put in the house." You don't want to put this in your house. If you built this and put it in your house and didn't burn it off, it would ruin your house.
Yeah.
So we'll open the doors when we're done and lots of stuff. What all did we do?
I don't know what you did. I feel like I have no idea what's even in this video.
Cummins work, small block LS work. We put a motor in this episode, and that's just, we're keeping the ball rolling, man. We want to be hot rodders, so we just got to keep the projects going, and this will help. So
We took you guys to the flea market with us. That was fun. You got to see some cool stuff. We got to see some cool stuff. So it might not be your normal, but it's a little something.
It's
what we're doing.
It's what they're all turning into.
Yeah.
If we travel, we take you with us. If we're home, we show you what we're doing at home. This is what we're trying to do full time, so there's no reason not to give you a video.
Yep.
So we've been going live. We broke the 10,000 hump.
Thank you guys so much for that. That's so exciting. So we're just...
My next goal is 100,000. I'm not even going to worry, because what happens is when you set a goal, you panic till you get there.
Yeah.
And so 100,000, baby.
We got to panic till then? Oh, shit.
If all of you had 10 kids, subscribe, we'd make it.
Oh, my gosh.
That would have just kicked on. Did you hear the thermostat?
Yeah.
So
Make sure if you haven't yet, get over to our website, get yourself a t-shirt, a hat, a sticker, piece.n.grease.com.
look, it's bubbling. It ain't flammable.
Oh God,
What
is
is
it gonna
that stuff?
explode everywhere?
It might be Chernobyl.
Boil out of here? I don't know. We got some weird stuff happening. I thought it was vegetable oil.
It's slick and it don't have no smell.
It's hair gel? Lube.
There's a 50-gallon tub of KY jelly.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, I guess that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow us on Facebook.
Jenny Junkin's coming back. I
Yeah?
was laying under it with a tape measure today, so stay tuned for that. We have parts laying around. This is more of the $500 Keith Moore special we're getting ready to unleash on you. We got some half-ton axles.
We were discussing how you
We
guys...
can't stand here long. It's
I know.
smoking.
You guys have been extra concerned about getting my truck finished, more than me probably. So we're gonna get it out and give you what
It's
you want to
burning
see.
like diesel fuel. Look,
It is burning real bad.
it's burning topical.
That's wild. Can you guys see that? Oh my.
I wonder what's going on outside. I better go look.
All right, that's it. We'll catch you guys later. Peace and grease.
Don't you feel it growing day by day? People,
Come. There. Come. There. Right.
Look how it wasn't standing.
Push my. There. Stand by. Stand. There. Pushing it. There.
Oh, you got a lot to learn.
There. Pushing it. Pushing it.
Bottle Otis?